This is our first time dumpster diving, and we just found an entire box of live fish. And they've lost like half of their water, more than half. They're all alive. PetSmart literally threw them away. This one has like nothing. Oh my god. This is so sad.
So picture this. You're dumpster diving apparently for, I guess, live betta fish, because that's what these two women found behind a PetSmart in Idaho. And then the blue water was evaporating out of many of these containers. And look, the betta fish are barely holding on. They're very upset about this. One of the TikTokers, one of the women here, the TikToker, her name is Kate. She made a follow-up video talking about how this whole thing happened because she was trying to get to the bottom of this killer situation. Let's watch what she had to say.
And I pull up and I'm like, I'm sorry, I know you guys are just getting off, but this has to be a mistake. Like, this was my first time dumpster diving. Anyways, like, we found these fish and you guys already know the story. And they were in shock. Like, they didn't know what to do, didn't know what to say. They were like, this definitely has to be an accident. Like, then they started asking questions and they were looking at it. And because the water's blue, and when PetSmart gets them, they like switch out the water, put the drops in, and then it's clear for their displays. So it made sense. So like, basically, I think nobody ever opened this box.
Did they dupe her? Because apparently they were trying to figure out what was in this box. I mean, they didn't figure out what was in this box and they just tossed it out. They figured it was something that was not needed in the store anymore. They told her the processes, if that helps the explanation as to why these fish were in the garbage. Brand new, apparently. But by the way, this is again, nothing new. So hold on to that thought about the betta fish there, Trey, because apparently in October of 2021, someone found something a little larger than some betta fish in Ohio's garbage behind a pet store.
So me and Mom are dumpster diving in PetSmart, and she just found a live bird in the dumpster. Look, here's food for it. Look, they set us up to give it a whole home.
What's that there?
Cat greenies. How the
How can you throw a bird away?
That's f***ed up. Let me see it. PetSmart in Canton, Ohio. Oh, poor baby.
Let that bird fly free. Okay, so we got Idaho, we got Ohio. And next, one more, this time out in Pennsylvania.
Mia and I are at PetSmart dumpsters right now. And I just put this down for proof. Just found a box of hamsters.
And the hamsters. Really fast, PetSmart told the Independent that it was aware of both of these claims. Apparently those later ones, not the earlier ones, because we've got like 7 of these. And that, quote, nothing is more important to us than the health and safety of pets in our care. We're actively reviewing these situations and we have taken steps to ensure the pets in question are receiving appropriate care. The spokesperson added, and Trey, that spokesperson, the part that we didn't include in that quote that was in their head was, until you guys stop asking about this stuff because we don't want to talk about it. We don't know what happened. Some employee threw out the fish and the hamsters and the parrot because apparently we needed some space on the shelves. Who knows? They should probably answer the question though.
Yeah. No, that's my question. Like, what's the rationale? You know, like they're not day-old baked goods. Yeah. You know what I mean? How like a Panera Bread will throw out all their old stuff instead of giving it to homeless people for liability reasons. Like that's another very American story you hear. But I don't get why you need to do that with hamsters. Like you could still sell the hamsters, right? What are they throwing them away for? I will say, I'm a little encouraged that we've advanced to a point as a society where this is like this is an outrageous thing to people. It's like an actual story. Because, remember all the time you'd hear like, the rumors about like alligators in the sewers and stuff like that. Like people used to just like throw pets out all the time. I feel like there's wild parrots in Burbank, right? And they say that's because there was a Busch Gardens that closed down, but also because in the 80s in LA, people got a lot of pet parrots, cocaine pirates, they were big at the time. And then they were like, oh my God, this bird lives to be 80. I can't do that. And then they all just let them go. And now we got like flocks of raving parrots in Burbank. So like people in America used to just throw pets out all the time, I feel like. So, now people think that's bad. So maybe that's something. That's an optimistic takeaway from it. Yeah, right.
Well, these pet stores already get a bad rep as when it comes to puppy mills and all that stuff, the way they get even say their cats and dogs. But I guess people don't think about where they get their parrots. I guess I'm not sure if that was a parrot. It looks a lot smaller than a parrot, but still, the goldfish and all the rest of them and whatever reason is that they then potentially do stuff like this. It seems like a regular thing, and maybe it is something with these are old, and then they get rid of. Look, dog shelters, they euthanize dogs every day. All these are sad stories. I'm not saying this for the sake of saying that this is all normal, it should happen this way, but this is part of the process. When you start turning animals and pets into this whole business of buying and selling, then you treat them like boxes of cereal on the shelf.
Yeah.
That's just, it's the way these things work. And you mentioned people have thrown away pets forever. Yep, I grew up in the country a bit in St. Louis, and I definitely heard stories, never saw it, of when your dog has all these puppies and there's a lake nearby.
Yep. I thought of that because in my hometown, that's how it was. And I was like, no, that's too gnarly. I won't bring that up. But you went there instead, which I appreciate. I'm like, because yes, it's true. I tried to make a stand-up bit out of that one time, and audiences are always like, oh no, please God, no, don't talk about that.
Ron DeSantis was in the crowd going,
yeah, that's the only bit he liked. The ones where puppies died. That's when he just couldn't, man, it just cracked up. Anyway.
Sorry.